I kind of want to talk about Lucy for a second.
Sure.
You mentioned earlier how with Soylent, virality was a really big way of getting the name out there. Like you would do marketing contents to go viral. Do you have Lucy on you right
Yeah,
now?
of course.
I was going to say.
Yeah, pull it out.
Yeah, pull it out. Is that something y'all do nowadays? Like virality is so important to the brand, or because I really haven't seen any huge marketing pushes or campaigns for.
Yeah, virality doesn't work in tobacco because it's a 21 plus product.
Okay,
and you can't sell it to kids, and so you want to be much more targeted with your marketing, and so we do very, very limited marketing to very specific audiences.
What does that limited marketing look like, if anything?
Yeah, I mean, it's like podcast advertising to millennial dads, basically, like sports podcasts
so
and
much
stuff.
on Barstool.
Barstool, exactly.
Every time I watch something, we were watching a clip yesterday of Jersey Jerry. He popped in a Lucy.
Yeah, exactly. Like Barstool is, I mean, like that was like the brand when I was in college, and a lot of those guys have grown up, and it's not exactly like the TikTok kids are following Dave Portnoy. I mean, I'm sure some of them are, but it's very limited. Okay. And so we try and be very narrow with the targeting. There might be a way to go viral. I don't think it's advisable, and I don't think it would.
It opens it up for so many lawsuits, like in the next 10 years.
Yeah,
like with Juul, right? It was like marketed kind of towards kids with these flavors, right?
Yeah,
that's like I used to work at this law firm, and that was one of the things they used to focus on. Was it's not really about the nicotine. It's more like you're advertising the children with these like bubblegum flavors, whatever the
a lot of it was like the broader category of e-cigarettes just became like so insane that there were like products that were designed to look like pencil cases and like very clearly targeted at kids. But yeah, I mean, I think the marketing that I do, like we do in a sense, this right now is a piece of owned media for sure for Lucy. But I do it in a more thoughtful way, and it's about like, setting a narrative and really like just creating basically like addressing the facts and misconceptions and history of the industry and trying to understand just how the industry works, because I think it's just like a fascinating industry and it's very, very widely misunderstood.
Well, he hates nicotine so much. He wants to push back on that, actually.
Nah,
please.
He'll say things that are not true, the opposite of true.
Okay.
But I do want to know, like, what is intelligent nicotine? What is that?
Yeah, I think the thought was my co-founder was quitting smoking. Cigarettes are pretty much the most deadly consumer product ever created. And so we kind of recognized that there was an opportunity to create a product that was not inhaled and didn't use the tobacco leaf, and that would remove a lot of the problems that were associated with smoking. And we also really wanted to focus on how can we target adult consumers in a way that would not feel medicinal, but would still have the same impact and result. So we sell a product that is a medicine. It's regulated by the FDA as a smoking cessation aid. It's a nicotine lozenge. It's very similar to Nicorette. And it's regulated the same way as Nicorette in the sense that, it's the type of product that you would see on the shelves of a Rite Aid or a CVS. And that means that it comes with a lot of like kind of medicinal packaging, honestly. It just doesn't feel like you're using a consumer product. It feels like you're using a medicine because you are. And that product's, I mean, it's done fine, but we thought that there was an opportunity to go a different path, mainly this tobacco products pathway, which is a different arm of the FDA. The FDA has a number of different regulatory bodies within it. And we realized that we could design a very similar product, not make quit claims, like not go to the consumer, like you'll never hear on, a podcast, oh, use this to quit smoking, but develop it intelligently with the same thought that would go into a pharmaceutical product, because that was kind of the background, and then ultimately try and win smokers over on the product benefits itself and the product qualities itself. And so we looked very, very seriously at what Tesla had done with electric cars, in the sense that there had been previous attempts to get people to switch away from gasoline cars to electric cars. Okay. And it was always based on guilt tripping the gas car user. You're destroying the environment. You need to downgrade from that amazing V8 Mustang,
Ford F-350
exactly.
diesel truck.
You need to downgrade from that to this car that gets 50 miles of range and does 0 to 60 in 20 seconds and it looks like, it's like, like it just looks like a mess, right? It's just like this
little car.
Yeah, it's just like this ultra rounded like hydro. It's like very cute and like and very like aerodynamic and just like it doesn't look cool. And so I think the genius of Tesla was creating a product that could win on the things that people care about when they buy cars. So speed, acceleration, styling, self-driving, price point, like this is why people bought. And then secretly they would be like feeling good about themselves. Oh, I'm not killing the environment. And some people would, buy that just because of the environmental impact of going electric, but they were able to get people to switch over. And so we saw it as the same thing. Like how are the ways that we can beat cigarettes on price, on flavor, on strength, on, experience and discreetness and, the way you feel, all these different things. Those were the really important things. And that's what you see right now in the market where a lot of adult smokers are switching to nicotine pouches broadly, our products, Zyn, obviously, lots of others. And they're switching only in part because they feel bad about the health consequences of smoking. They are switching almost more because of the other benefits. Mm-hmm. Their clothes don't smell. They don't get, laughed at. They don't get, hassled by friends and family. Like there are a bunch of other reasons. And so what we realized, and a lot of other people in the industry realized, was that you don't necessarily need to go someone and say, here is something to help you quit smoking. Yeah. You don't need to say that. And so that creates a different regulatory pathway and also a different product strategy.
Yeah. Huh. So would you say that this is a healthy alternative to smoking or to vaping, things that are going to have the carcinogenic effects on your body, whereas Lucy does not? Like, are you even allowed to make a statement like that they are healthy?
Yeah. So basically there's a few different tiers of authorization that you can get from the FDA. Okay. The one that I mentioned with the lozenge was, that is a drug product. That's kind of like you can think of it as like a third tier of nicotine, approvals. Okay. So we'll take you through the kind of three tiers. And that allows us to say that this product helps you quit smoking. It has a list of side effects. Cancer is not one of them. Yeah. Like there are some side effects to using nicotine lozenges that are FDA regulated as smoke cessation aids. I can't list them off the top of my head, but they're very minor. Yeah. And that's why these products have been approved by the FDA and they've been on the market for, 30, 40, 50 years. So that product, absolutely. Then with other products, there are two tiers of approvals. The first one is what's called PMTA. That just lets you sell the product. And the warning that you put on the label is this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Now, you don't have to put this product causes cancer. You don't have to put this product is a carcinogen. If you're familiar with California's Prop 65, it's a warning label standard. If you walk into a bunch of different stores, they will have to have a label there that says this facility processes some sort of chemical that causes cancer or birth defects. This product doesn't have that on there because the state of California has determined that nicotine is not a carcinogen and this product does not contain carcinogens. Therefore, we don't have to put that on our labels. So we, along with everyone in the industry, is working through the PMTA process right now, which will allow us to continue selling, but we won't be able to make specific harm reduction claims. Then there's kind of stage 2, which is the modified risk tobacco product, which will allow you to say this product is less harmful for you than cigarettes. And there's only been really one major product that's been approved for that. It actually contains tobacco, oddly enough. The whole industry is very, very wild. But if you ever heard of a product, General Snus, no. It's actually made by the same company that owns Zyn, Swedish Match, but it has tobacco leaf in it. So it does have carcinogens in it, but it has less carcinogens than cigarettes. And so the FDA has said that Swedish Match can make the MRTP claim, which is better for you than cigarettes, essentially. They can make that claim about that product. And so we are still a young company. We're still investing in regulatory approvals. And so we will move up this path slowly and surely, and eventually be able to make all sorts of claims like that. But to start, like, all you have to say about the product is this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.